Hello there, guys. Let's talk about will or going to. One of those topics, daqueles elementos que sempre cria pouquinho de confusão. Quando usar will e quando usar going to. Now, vamos ver. Estou esperando a Valeria, one of our friends and students here who should be in. Deveria nos acompanhar daqui um segundinho, I think. Let me see. Valeria should be there, but she's not there yet. It doesn't matter, guys. O que estamos conversando aqui, como eu falei, é o will e o going to, para falar do futuro. Muitas vezes se pensa que toda vez que você quer falar do futuro, você simplesmente usa o will. E sim, o will é um verbo modal que usamos muito justamente para falar do futuro. Mas em quais situações exatamente? Isso que vamos ver hoje. Will or going to. O going to também usamos para falar do futuro, mas em quais situações? Vamos ver. So, guys, here, first of all, will we use when we're making plans in different situations. For example, here we're looking at a situation, estamos olhando a situation where we react, we're not making plans. Aqui nós vamos reagir a uma situação que acontece de imprevisto, por exemplo. Começa a chover, it starts to rain, e alguém fala, don't worry, I will get the umbrella. Ou seja, não se preocupem, eu vou pegar a guarda-chuva. Agora, você percebe, nessa situação, não houve nenhum planejamento, o pensamento custo-benefício, decisões feitas, tomadas, nada. Isso é alguém reagindo a uma situação que acontece repentinamente, talvez imprevisto. A pessoa reage e fala, I will, e providencia a solução, por exemplo. Ou, vamos imaginar um outro. Alguém fala, I forgot to close the door. Eu esqueci de fechar a porta. Alguém fala, don't worry, I will close the door. Não se preocupe, eu vou fechar a porta. Então, uma das situações quando usamos o will. There we are, just waiting, estou esperando a Valéria aqui to join us, maybe. Mas eu sei como é, Valéria, está tendo problemas com o microfone ou a câmera. That's what we're having there. So that is one situation when we use will. When you react to an unexpected situation and you provide a solution using will. Don't worry, I will close the door. Don't worry, I will get the umbrella, like that. Let's look at another situation when we use will. You see here, making promises. So, when you want to promise somebody, quer fazer uma promessa, you want to promise somebody that you will do something, we use will. You would imagine going to, because going to has more certainty, and we will see why going to has more certainty in a few minutes. So, but when you want to make a promise or promise somebody that you will do something, use will. For example, I promise you, I will call you after the meeting. I promise you, I will get the coffee at the supermarket. So I promise you, I will visit your mother tomorrow. Promise, use will. I'd like to see some examples here, anybody? Let me see. Anybody have an example? Can anybody create an example using will? Will in the context of promise, or will, or here's Valeria, I think, or will in the context of reacting to a situation, an unexpected situation. Let me just say hello to Valeria here.
Hello.
Hello, Valeria. Welcome, Valeria. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? I thought I was good in technology, but I just realized I'm
You're
failed.
learning. I know that feeling, Valeria. Well, I don't know. I don't really know the feeling. I don't know the feeling of thinking I'm great with technology. No. I see you've just covered your camera now, Valeria. You've just kind of gone black. You've just disappeared there. Let me go back to the banner. There you are again. Lovely. Thank you. So now, Valeria, just leave it like that. I think that's quite all right. Yeah, that's fine. So nice to meet you, Valeria. Very nice to meet you. First of all, there's a little bit of echo there for some reason. Can you tell me, there's a little bit of echo. Can you hear the echo there?
No. No.
There is, there are echo. I'm not sure what it is.
It's
There is,
perfect, the sound.
The sound is perfect. Okay, fantastic. That's great. So listen, tell me now. And where are you from, first of all, Valeria? You're from Brazil, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm from Vitória, Espírito Santo. It's near to Rio de Janeiro.
Ah, that's right. It's a bit below, a bit more south than Rio de Janeiro, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. Lovely. Very nice. Wonderful. So, Valeria, we're looking here at will going to. I was just explaining that one of the situations, let me go back there quickly. One of the situations when we use will is when we're reacting. Sorry, here we are. Sorry, the first one here. Yes, we're reacting to an immediate situation. Imagine something happens and we need a solution. So here, look here at this example. We use will when we react to immediate situation. For example, it starts raining and somebody says, don't worry, I will get the umbrella. You see, something like that. Or imagine we drop some milk falls on the table, for example, and so it says, don't worry, I will clean it. So we just react to an immediate situation. That's one of the ways we use will a lot. Yes, I don't know why I'm speaking. You don't have a phone, Ace, do you, by any chance? Please try if you can get one.
Give me a minute.
Of course, take your time. I'll go on speaking here. Don't worry, Valeria. I'll just go on speaking here. So, guys, as I was saying, we are using will in different ways. We've looked at two situations. We're reacting to an immediate situation, and number one, and we're also we were doing promises. When we make a promise, I promise I will come and visit you next week. Promises, we use will. Let's go to the next situation. When we refuse to do something, quando queremos recusar de fazer alguma coisa, ou vamos imaginar uma situação de crianças, por exemplo. Pedrinho, Peter, you must eat the vegetables. Você deve comer as legumes, as batatas e os brócolis. You must eat the vegetables. E Pedrinho não quer mesmo. Ele fala, no, I won't eat the vegetables. I won't eat the potatoes. I won't eat the broccoli. So, quando você quer se recusar de fazer alguma coisa, you want to refuse to do something, then you can also use will in the negative, of course. So, no, I won't do that. You know, please be here tomorrow morning earlier. No, I won't do that. I have other things to do. When you want to refuse, we use will as well. Will in the negative, of course. So let me see. Is Valeria there? No, she's not there yet. I think she'll be coming now in a second. So now, refusing to do something. Let's look at the next situation.
I have a phone.
Oh, you have the phone now, Valeria. Oopsie daisy. Let me add you to stream.
Sorry.
Not at all, Valeria. These things happen. This is the 21st century. These things, and now it sounds much better. There was a lot of echo. Every time I was speaking, it sounded louder than it was. That's very good. Wonderful. So, Valeria, now, we're talking now about will when we're making plans. So tell me, in terms of that, what do you know about will, Valeria, when we're making plans? Tell me, please.
When making, I can't understand the last word of your sentence. When we make?
What do you know about will, making plans, planos? When we're making plans, yes.
Okay.
Planos, plan, yes.
I think, okay. I think when we talking about the longer future, we use will too.
Yes, yes. Well, it really depends. It depends a lot, actually. Let me just see some commentaries here. Oh, here. Fabiana, hello, Fabiana, my student and friend Fabiana Amoreira. O áudio tem ainda, Fabiana, ainda tem muito eco. Eu estou escutando um pouquinho. Fale, Fabiana, se você está ouvindo eco, please. Now, vamos olhando exemplos aqui, Valéria. We're looking at some examples from our friends and participants and students. Here is Edna with an example. I promise that I will dedicate myself more in studying English grammar topics. Very good, Edna, very important. I mean, conversation is super important, of course. Listening is super important, but it is really important also to get your grammar book, another grammar book, and to actually study, to do the both in parallel, to improve your grammar all the time, and also to practice, put in conversation. But não tem uma saída fácil. It's not just conversation. You need to do that work with the grammar as well. You know, maybe half an hour every day, or, you know, at least something like that. Even 20 minutes every day can be a big help. But that is definitely really, really important. So now, guys, well done, Edna, keep doing that. Now, guys, so the next one is, so looking at will when we make plans. So when you use will for making plans, a lot of you said in the group today, in the Always Be Closing group, it doesn't have the certainty that going to does. Why? Because when you say I will do something, for example, I will go to the beach next week, you are saying that I will go to the beach. That's my plan, it's my intention. But in theory, you haven't made a decision yet. It doesn't have the certainty that comes with a decision. Não tem essa certeza que você tem depois de ter feito uma decisão. So, before making a decision, we use will. So, it's ainda não tem aquele compromisso. I will go to the beach next week. I will visit São Paulo. I will visit my mother in Curitiba next year. Maybe, but it doesn't have the certainty that you would have with going to. Let's see an example here. I'll travel to Rio de Janeiro next spring. Eu vou viajar para Rio, which is near Espírito Santo, of course, Valeria, next spring. Mas talvez eu não vá. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It's just an idea, it's an intention, uma intenção mais do que plano. Estou dizendo que farei, que vou fazer, mas não sabemos mesmo. Não está escrito na agenda ainda. It's not in the plan yet. Let's have a look at this other one here. Basically, essentially, before making a decision, use will. Okay? Now, Valeria, can you talk to me a little bit and talk to us a little bit about going to? What do you understand with going to?
Going to use when I have a plan, I have a date, I have certainty.
Yes, you have a certainty.
I'm going to my work tomorrow morning. I'm going to dinner with my husband tonight.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. But we use going to not only when you're actually geographically going someplace. It's not only I'm going to the restaurant, I'm going to the supermarket, I'm going to dinner with my husband or with my wife. It's not just going someplace. Não é só indo geograficamente, mudando-se para outro lugar. It's going to. The important one is going to plus verb. You know, for example, I'm going to get my haircut tomorrow. I'm going to bring my car to the garage, to the mechanic. I'm going to buy new shoes. I'm going to call my friend. I'm going to visit my friend. So what I'm really talking about is going to plus verb, not just going to get up and going someplace. That is also, of course, I'm going to the shop. I'm going to the supermarket. Yes. But what I'm talking about really is going to You hear the echo still, I think. Yes, the echo is still there. There we are. Now it's a bit better. Thank you. Thank you, Fabiana. Fabiana, Mia, she's telling me what's happening here. No pain, no gain. That's absolutely right. Wonderful. Here we have a few examples. Oh, is Valeria okay there? There we are. You're disappearing, Valeria. There we are. So here's Fabiana. I will visit Dublin next year if they get a vaccine for COVID. My goodness, what do you think? Let's just speak a little bit about this situation with COVID, Valeria. Here in Ireland today, the government decided that the medical part of the government wanted to put the level up to a very high level of quarantine, of lockdown. And the government decided that no, it wouldn't go to level 5. It would keep it at 3, between 3 and 4, which is restaurants only takeaway, but still open and different things like that. What's it like there in Espírito Santo? Is it getting back to normal? What's actually happening there?
Mostly we get back to normal, but the cases is increasing. We think in the next weeks government will decide return lockdown.
Are you serious? Is that just in Espírito Santo, or do you think it's all over Brazil?
I'm not a notice person. I prefer not to follow this, but in my place, we observing to change, and we think the government will decide to take slow the storage.
I follow. I understand. I understand. It really is a difficult time for everybody, Valeria, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's for the whole world. It really is. Hopefully, there will be a solution soon.
I live in a city that receives so much people. It's mountains, and we have many visitors every weekend, and the cases is increasing here.
My goodness, really? Are you serious? That is terrible, isn't it? So difficult, really is. And is the economia still girando, though? The economy is still functioning?
Yes, I feel this back into normal slowly, but it's improving.
It's improving.
It's getting
Wonderful.
it's
getting better. Fantastic, Valeria. So let's go back here. Let's go back to our topic, which is will or going to. So, like we looked at different situations when we use will. Now we're looking at situations when we use going to. So essentially, o divisor de água, o ponto principal, the main point is we use going to after making a decision. Okay, so that is really the one.
Okay.
So Valeria, will you read that one for me, please? Just read that example. Can you just read the example?
Your sound. You want? I have an example.
No, I want you to. Can you just read that one there, please, for everybody?
I am going to buy a new car tomorrow. Look, have the morning really here. Money really here. I'm sorry, it's so small to me.
Oh, is it really very small? Let me put it a bit bigger for you there, not to worry. You see there, I am going to buy a new car tomorrow. I have the money. For example, look, olha minha carteira, I have the money here. So if I have the money here, obviously I have made a decision to buy the car. So I'm going to buy the car. It's all made. The price is decided. I know which car. I know where. I know the amount of the car. That is really, I'm just giving an example to show how obvious, when you make a decision, you use going to. Now, Valeria, can you please just give me an example of a sentence where you've made a decision and you're sure you're going to do something? So going to plus a verb. And also with everybody, please, would you, whoever's watching, please?
Yes, I can. I'm going to buy an English course tomorrow because I just realized I need to improve my English.
Wonderful. I love the initiative. Fantastic. Well done. Very good. Very good. Very good. It's difficult in Brazil, Valeria, isn't it? It's not, you don't often, I don't know what line of work you do, but to practice English is difficult. I lived there for 9 years, I know. I mean, I taught English in Brazil for 9 years. It's difficult.
Nobody speaks English. Is a less part of people speaks English, and no one wants to practice in English. I ask Michelle every day, let's talk in English, let's talk in English, let's talk in English, and I am tired, I'm lazy
Yes,
today,
I know.
and
That's,
we're going to.
I know, I know. Well, it's not easy either. It's not easy. I know that, Valeria, when it's un casal, a couple, sometimes it's not easy to practice, you know. But it's very, one thing you can do, for example, if you have any friends, create a little, well, you have the groups now, of course, always be closing. But imagine you had
Yeah.
one or two friends who are really dedicated like you, but you make a little group, Maria, Luciana, and Valeria, and you only speak English in that group. You know, you actually, you're always communicating, relatando o que aconteceu, o que está acontecendo, o que vai fazer, o que você não comprou, blah, 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 different opinions. It's very good. I mean, it really is a good way. I think you meant there, not just 1 week. It has to be every day, and like make it a little bit of discipline too, you know, because it needs that consistencia, really does. Because a lingua, if you don't use it, it just se enferruja rapidamente, you know. It does. Yes.
Yeah. Today we have many tools to help us to not improve English. We have Google Translator. We have sites with translator, and it sends us to our comfort zone. That's reality.
That it's what you say about the comfort zone. It's repeat.
The many tools we have to translate everything automatically sends us to our
comfort zone. I understand. Well, yeah, true. Well, yes, well, that's why. True. Like it makes us a bit lazy, doesn't it? Because it's kind of easy. But with a little bit of discipline and a little bit of initiative, on the other hand, do outro lado, there are a lot of options, a lot of possibilities. Para a pessoa que quer desenvolver o inglês hoje, tem muitos caminhos mesmo. There really are a lot of ways, you know, like there's BBC Learning English, for example. I'm sure you've heard that one. BBC Learning English on British Council. If you look at the British Council, I think it is British Council, que são os mestres do inglês mesmo. Or if you look in the Play Store, iStore. But if you look there, BBC Learning English, you know, a lot of different things there. Lovely little app, you know, aplicativos on the phone, super useful. There's YouTube, of course. There are a lot of things, really a lot. Conversation groups, that kind of thing. Let me see Edna's sentence here. I'm going to start an Excel workshop tonight, which will last a whole week. Very excited about it. Very nice, Edna. Good luck with that. So Edna has obviously made a decision here, guys. If Edna is starting an Excel workshop, it's obvious that she has already probably paid for the course. She knows the time, it's in her agenda, and she is going to do it because she made the decision and she organized it. So Edna would not say, I will do a course, no, because it's much too unsure. It's muito incerto. So going to do it because she took a decision. Very nice sentence. Edna, do we have any more here? Let me see what we have. Fabiana Amoreira, Fabiana again. When this class finish, a little problem there. When this little class finish, I am going to have a break, eat something. But I think you have a little bit of, muito legal, we have um pouquinho de português lá, eu acho também. Vou fazer uma pausa e comer alguma coisa. So it would be, and that would be and, Fabiana. when this class, there's a little problem with finish. Can you see that, Valeria? When this class...
Yeah, when this class finish, I am going to have a break. Huh?
Yeah, mas deveria ser when this class finishes.
I will
No, está certo. I'm going to have a break. That is good. That's okay. But the problem is, it's a serious mistake because we're looking at the auxiliary verb do here, no afirmativo, no contexto di it. So when this class é he, she, it, finishes.
Okay.
When the class,
okay,
let me write it here in the comment. You know, I think you
when
understand
this class finishes, I am going to have a break and eat something.
Absolutely, well done. Yes. Now those are finishes. I will have a break, etc. Excuse me. So those are see that, for example, is a very good example of a typical mistake a lot of Brazilian students and people make in English. Now, I say this as a constructive, crítica construtiva, because it's my job to help Brazilians learn English and improve their English.
I make this mistake a lot. I make this.
Do you, Valeria? Yes, okay. But thank you for that. That is so easy to mistake because in Portuguese, você não tem o equivalente do e o does como verbo auxiliar. You don't have the equivalent of auxiliary verbs. Like we have the auxiliary verb to be, we have the auxiliary do, we have modal verbs, a variety of different things that you're not familiar really with in Portuguese. But this one here, for the person who is listening, a mistake with do and does soa péssimo. Por quê? Porque é um elemento tão básico e tão simples que, em teoria, não pode errar isso. Pode errar as palavras grandes, o present perfect, past perfect, etc. Past perfect continuous, não tem grande problema. Mas, se você errar esses elementos simples e básicos, cai a confiança na pessoa que está escutando, perde a confiança na pessoa que está falando. So that is one of the problems. Mas, de outro lado, é muito fácil fazer. Por isso que tem que treinar muito mesmo with the grammar book, procurar muitos exercícios e fazer, como for disciplina, fechar o livro, mas fazer quase todos os dias para manter alimentado as estruturas, o esqueleto da língua, das estruturas, que são os verbos auxiliares, principalmente em inglês. That is one. I have another one here, very nice. Now, who is this? Raquel mcelligott. I am going to the shops tomorrow to buy some bread. Very nice. So, I would imagine here that Raquel has made a decision already. She's not saying, I will go to the shops. In her mind, she has already planned that maybe after her work tomorrow or tomorrow evening, tomorrow after lunch sometime, or in the morning maybe, she's going to find half an hour, go to the shops to buy some bread. It's in her agenda. It's planned. Super sentence. Very nice one there. Let me see. Do you have another one here? John, let me see here. Would you have a look at this, Valeria, too? See what you think.
Okay.
So, John, shall I say, when this class comes to an end, I am going to take a break and keep on with the other online course I was taking before this class before this class, antes dessa aula começar, que começou, na verdade. So before this class started, seria, Edna. So when this class comes to an end, I am going to take a break at the La Perfeito and keep on with the other online course I was doing would be better. The other online course I was doing, porque você estava fazendo especificamente nesse instante, não pegando de forma geral. Before this class started, ed no final, que começou. Before this class started. Very nice. Let me see the next one here. Entendi, realmente muito desafiador. You're doing fantastic. Fabiana é uma daquelas alunas super dedicada, está sempre lá. Vejo ela no meu Instagram também. A propósito, Valéria, vem me acompanhar no Instagram. Todos os dias estou postando coisa interessante lá no meu Instagram. John Simon, English teacher. Let me
Eu
just put it
vou.
here
Eu vou.
as well. Just John, where are we? Put in my small John Simon, English teacher. There we are. Instagram, John Simon, English teacher. E todos os dias estou postando pequenos desafios, sugestões,
Ok.
tarefinhas, that kind of thing. Let me see here. Who we have here? Nikki. Nikki, it's nice to see you here, guys. Here, Nikki, he's in the Always Be Closing group as well. Fantastic, Nikki. We have 3 or 4 more minutes here. So I want to see, Nikki, can you make a sentence with going to for me, please? And then, guys, we can go back to the banners here. I think let's have a look, see what we got here. So let me just see. So we're talking about, for example, so we're talking about going to, we are going to travel to Greece next month. Here are the plane tickets. So it's obvious that we're going to do it because I have the plane tickets in my hand. Going to, not will. This example here. We are going to have the meeting at 9:30 tomorrow morning. I have reserved room number 5. So it's already, the receptionist knows room number 5 at 9:30 is my hours for the meeting. It's reserved, especially for that meeting. It's done, definitely it's going to. Here's one more here. And we also use going to when it is obvious that something will happen. A simple example here. For example, the sky is very cloudy. It's going to rain soon. So I can tell by just looking at the sky, it's very obvious that it's going to rain. And because of that, because of the clouds, I can say it's going to rain. Or if I have a bottle, imagine a bottle of water está na beira da mesa, quasi caindo. And somebody, careful, the bottle is going to fall. Like, it's tão óbvio que it's going to fall. Not will fall, we say it's going to fall.
Okay.
So, guys, those are some of the examples. Just resumindo there quickly. Antes de tomar uma decisão sobre plano futuro, não precisa ser daqui meia hora, essa coisa de tem que ser imediato ou longo. Pode ser, it can be long term, immediate, it really depends, medium term. So, before a decision, como regra principal, em princípio, before a decision, use will, and you guess the rest, já adivinhou, after a decision, use going to. And that really is it. And there are tem vários outros elementinhos, but those are the main ones that we looked there about will and going to. Okay, guys. So there, Valeria, I hope that was some help to you. It was lovely to meet you and really nice chatting, talking a little bit about Espírito Santo. And I didn't ask you much. I imagine it's probably a beautiful day there. Is it sunny?
No, today is it's going to rain, I guess.
Very nice, very nice. Lovely,
but in the next webinar, in the next meeting, we will talk about golf, because I guess I can talk more than I talked today.
Fantastic, wonderful, Valeria. But you did super, very, very nice, wonderful there. Fantastic, Valeria. So listen, do follow me there on Instagram. And fica totalmente à vontade. Feel free to send any questions you want, any doubts you have, or things like that. And so thanks to everybody there for participating. Let me just check finally the comments. Oh, here we have. Thank you, Nikki. I am going to go. I'm going to go to London next year. So you see here, just Valeria, Nikki says, I am going to. Ele poderia ter falado, I am going to London next year. But he colocou o verbo.
I guess he had to speak. I will travel to London next year because I don't feel much certainty in this. He has no tickets, he has no date, he has no, any information.
He
don't have a decision.
Well, he doesn't have any, for example, Valeria, this is a good example.
He doesn't have any ticket.
Yes, he doesn't have any ticket, obviously. But for example, that's me, I don't know. maybe, and you don't know, for example, maybe Nikki already has a conference, for example. Maybe he's going to a conference in London next year. Maybe he already has the invitation. Maybe he already has the ticket. And maybe he already has reserved the hotel, for example. So, so baseado what he says there, I cannot say that Nikki is wrong or he's right, but I would reckon Nikki is right, because I would reckon that he probably has already organized something. The decision has been made. You see, here's Nikki participating. You see, the decision has been made.
The decision has been made. Okay.
So, you see, so that
I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry.
Nikki, vamos perdoar Valeria. Shall we forgive Valeria? Vamos sim, né? Vamos perdoar a Valeria. Não, vamos perdoar a Valeria. Valeria, mas é um exemplo muito bom, porque tudo depende do contexto que está atrás. E às vezes só a pessoa que fala que sabe a situação. But that is very, very good example. Lovely. Will, if we don't really know.
I told based on last sentences you had me that any sentences have confirmation the decision.
Yeah, so, but às vezes é implícito. Yeah, às vezes é óbvio, às vezes é implícito. Wonderful, guys. So very nice. So Valeria, thank you again so much for participating. Really lovely having you there, and I hope it was a help. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Fabiana and Raquel. That was lovely having you guys there. Edna, I almost forgot you. Thank you, Edna, for your participation. Absolutely lovely, guys. So listen, we'll be doing another one. I'm not sure the day yet, but definitely next Monday evening. I'm going to ask in the group, I'm going to ask you guys to suggest a topic for the live next Monday. Maybe there'll be another one on Wednesday. I'll be definitely doing something on my Instagram. But definitely there'll be another one here on Monday. But I will ask in the group for a topic that the most people think, so feel free to suggest, the most people think would be useful. Okay, guys? Have a lovely afternoon in Espírito Santo.
Bye-bye.
And in Brazil, everybody there. See you.
Thank you. You too.